Oh, I'll get it. Oh. Here we go.
Oh, we're on the air already.
Yeah, I know. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to What Happened When? With the voice of your childhood, Tony Schiavone. Tony, what's going on, man? How are you?
I am doing great. Thanks for asking. Hello, everyone. Watching live, listening to us on delay, listening to us on our podcast. We have so much fun bringing you this podcast. And I do want to say off the top that when I was at WrestleCon this past weekend for 3 days, I met so many great people, and many of them talked about this podcast and what they loved about it.
Oh,
and
wow.
What they loved about it was the fact that you and I have a great time, and it kind of makes everyone who listens have a great time as well. And they also mentioned that as far as my commentary with Excalibur and Taz, they say, you guys look like you're having fun. And on the podcast, you look like, or you sound like, and if you watch us on YouTube, you look like you're having fun. You damn right we are. Hell yeah. What's wrong with watching wrestling and having a good time with it? Nothing's wrong with watching it. So thank you for all the nice comments. So many great comments. So many people gave their condolences about Bug. And I just absolutely loved everybody that stopped by. Jeff Jewett stopped by. How about that?
How about that? DoodooTrucking.com.
Yeah.
In the house.
Got a knee brace on.
Lifting the heavy doo-doo.
Apparently he was lifting a lot of poop. So hello to him. And I saw some other low-key big hogs as well that stopped by. And anyway, great weekend. Thank you for all the nice comments. They really do mean a lot. Each and every one does.
Well, we are excited to be with you today, Tony, because we're getting in our Wayback Machine to 1983.
Whoa, 83.
Yeah, 41 years ago. How about that?
And this is July of 83. So this is even before I started in the business.
Yeah. How about that?
That is same year, but earlier in the year.
We want you to watch along with us. We're going to be watching. It's an episode from World Class. So World Class Championship Wrestling, July 2nd, 1983, International Wrestling Star Wars from the Reunion Arena in Dallas, Texas. That's July 2nd, 1983. Or if you're watching on Peacock, you want to go to season 2, episode 25. That's season 2, episode 25 of World Class Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at obviously the Von Erichs, and we're going to see Bruiser Brody. How about that? Have you and I ever watched anything with Bruiser Brody on here before?
I don't think so.
I don't think we have either. And never worked with Bruiser. Obviously heard a lot about him. Crockett's never brought him in. I guess the Crockett's did not want to work with him. Or maybe he did not want to work with the Crockett's. I don't think he ever came to Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling throughout his years.
No, that can't be right.
Yeah, that is right. I don't remember Bruiser Brody.
I think he was there way, way early in the 70s. Let me look that up.
Okay. All right. Maybe so.
I mean, I think this is fun. You and I never have conversations like this. So I hope that you're right. I hope I'm way wrong, but I felt like in the 70s, I saw something like that before. Let's see.
It just seems to me that the Crockett's did not want to book him, or they would have, right? I mean, Flair would have wanted to do something with him, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I knew he was a very polarizing figure as far as promoters are concerned.
No doubt.
Hell, a promoter killed him.
Hey, you know what? He was there in 79.
Okay.
September of 79. He was back in July of 81. And then he was back in December of 82.
Okay.
January of 83. And listen, it was very, very brief. But even when you were there, Tony, February 4th and 5th of 84, he was at the Charlotte Coliseum and the Greensboro Coliseum, both times tagging with Stan Hansen, once against Dory Funk Jr. and Tim Horner, and once against Mark Youngblood and Tim Horner. Poor Tim Horner.
Yeah, that's where those obviously were house shows.
Yes.
I don't remember him on TV. Yeah.
The only time I see that he was on TV in around the time you would have been there, just before, was December of '82. Vinny Valentino was an enhancement guy he worked with at the TV studios, and Mark Fleming was on their syndicated worldwide wrestling show. But those are both '82. But yeah, you're right, few and far between. But I'm excited to watch a little Bruiser Brody. Now that I'm thinking about it, did we watch one of his matches in Puerto Rico, or was that just Abdullah? And I'm making up.
I remember the Abdullah match.
Yeah,
I don't remember his match.
Well, I'm excited that we're getting to do this, and I got to tell you, I'm pretty excited that Alabama got down to the Final Four. You know, they got put out, but hey, I was really impressed with what I saw. I mean, I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I mean, Alabama made their first ever Final Four appearance. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. To me, everyone has asked me about the Final Four and did I watch it? And of course, the answer is no. I did watch James Madison. You know, JMU was in it. They won their first round match. Then they lost to Duke, but they won their first round match. I can't even remember our first round game. I can't even remember who they beat, but it was they beat Wisconsin. And I watched that because that was the Barclays Center. So I watched that, and then they played Duke, and I didn't watch, and then I lost interest from there. I just, again, my love of sports has gone completely to shit. But I want to say hello to everyone who is with us live here this morning. Eric Green pulled in. Coach Rosie is here. Chris North. Brooke is with us. Hey, Brooke, I love you, sweetie. Good to Bobby KF5. GTX is here. And Coach Keith Morrison wakes up to join us as well. But as far as the NCAA tournament is concerned, as you and I are talking, there are 2 teams left.
No, there's no teams left. It's over.
Oh, wait. Who won?
UConn.
Okay, they won. See, I didn't even know that.
Happened last night.
That happened last night, isn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the final score?
75-60. It was pretty dominant.
Yeah, they had the best team in the tournament.
Yeah, it was clear that they were the best, and congrats to UConn for dominating again. It was fun for a first-time college basketball fan to pay a little more attention than normal. And I'll tell you what, I had a lot of fun keeping it alive with Prize Picks, and that's why I'm pumped about this weekend. With UFC 300 coming up, Prize Picks has a free square live on the board for Justin Gaethje. And to get more than 0.5 significant strikes versus Max Holloway on April 13th. Now, the free square will be activated on April 13th at 6:10 p.m. Eastern. How about that? So get in on all the action right now on the UFC. And listen, we're right around the corner from playoff basketball. This is your chance to win up to 100 extra money on Prize Picks as you and the world's best players take the game to a new level during basketball's postseason. That's right. 100 extra money on Prize Picks with as little as just 4 correct picks. You can turn $10 into $1,000 with basketball, hockey, and college basketball entries today at Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. They've got something for everybody, man. I really enjoy this because it's not you versus all the other players. It's not you versus all the other pros and sharks. It's just you versus the stats. It really is that simple. You're just picking more than or less than a few different stat lines and you're hooked up. And you can do this on everything. So if you wanted to pick LeBron and Caitlin Clark and Jude Bellingham, you can do that. No big deal. You can do this in more than 30 states across the country too. California, Texas, Georgia, they're all included. You can see other famous celebrities and community plays, but just go ahead and click on the favorite players tab in the community plays version. And you'll see people like Meek Mill and what they're doing and what Sugar Sean O'Malley's doing over in the UFC. Check it out. I think you're going to dig how simple it is to play. You get started, get your picks in less than 60 seconds. They accept Apple Pay. They got quick and easy deposits and withdrawals. a ton of different players and stat projection types. They're the number one fantasy sports app for a reason. I want you to go see it. Just go look, go try right now, and you'll see how easy it is. I mean, it could be something this simple. Kevin Durant for more than 28 points and Steph Curry for less than 31 points. Boom, you're good. You got your entry in. Isn't that easy? That's all it is. You're going to love it. You're going to have a blast. Download the app today. Use our code WHW for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's Prize Picks. Download the app today and use the code WHW for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. So Tony, I'm ready, man. This is going to be fun. Anytime we get to sit down and watch old wrestling, I look forward to it. Why not watch it with us? Season 2, episode 25 of World Class. Season 2, episode 25 from July 2nd, 1983. How old were you here, Tony? 1983.
Let's see. I would have been 25, maybe.
Okay.
Yes, I think so. Just got to add it up. I don't know. Man, you're asking me to do math.
Sorry.
What fine fuck.
Sorry.
Hey, hello to Lindsay, who has joined us from Baltimore.
Hey now, we're home stretching, man. You know, she's about to be betrothed.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, got the big wedding coming up later this month.
We love you, Lindsay, but we can't talk you out of it.
Yeah. Seems like she's got her mind made up.
Okay, well, there you go. Anyway, if I could talk people out of getting married, I wouldn't have gotten married myself. So I'm not good at that.
Yeah. Well, you did protest my wedding. I mean, you sent a loud and clear message where you were on weddings at my wedding.
You're not over that, are you?
No, I really see it now in my rearview mirror as a message of love from you. You're like, Connor, this is a huge mistake, the worst mistake I ever made in my life. And I can't just sit here idly by and watch you repeat the same mistakes that I have. It was a fatherly love. You know, you were loving me from afar.
Yeah. Before we hit play.
Yeah.
I do want to make 2 very quick announcements.
Oh yeah. We love announcements here on the program.
Okay. Number 1, for all you dirt sheet guys, I have no idea what this footage that is going to air tonight on our program on Dynamite is. I have no idea what it is. None. Okay. Don't know what it is. Now go ahead and type your shit in that nobody reads and hit send. And number 2, congratulations to Cody. He deserved it. And that's all I'm going to say. Because I say that because Cody's my friend. Okay. Ready to watch some stuff?
So it's not an angle?
No, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an angle. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is. I just, I said what I said on, Collision.
That was done in post though.
That's right.
Yeah. I could tell the difference.
Could you really?
Yeah. Well, just because I hear you through my headphones so much here.
Okay.
So when I hear it there, I can tell a little difference.
Okay. So I was told what to say. I said it and I have no idea where we're going. It's, we, as announcers, I'm telling you this, we know the matches.
Yeah.
But as announcers, we have no idea what direction we're going in anything until we get to the show that night.
Right.
We really don't. And sometimes we don't know until we're told in our headset as things are progressing. It's always been that way. As far as being told things in our headset, it's not necessarily just only just for AEW. Things were like that in the Crockett's. Things were like that in WCW. Boy, were they. Things were like that in the WWE. You sometimes announcers are told things and sometimes they're not. And sometimes we like things not to be told to us. I love things not to be told to us. I went to the ROH show and I was working backstage at the ROH show. And I think we all kind of knew that Mark Briscoe was going to become the world champion, but there was nothing talked about backstage. And so there you go. I knew I had to do some repairs to Collision, which aired the day after Mark Briscoe won the Ring of Honor World title. But I didn't know what to say or how to say it. So I had to wait until after the show to do my audio repairs. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Because you can't really say, you just never know what happens. I mean, a guy could come out, you thinking Mark Briscoe is going to become the next ROH World Champion. He goes off the top rope and breaks a foot.
Right.
And he can't continue. You can't do things like that. But I can say it was one of the great feel-good moments that we've ever had.
Yes.
To have Mark win it and have his family there and have Jay's family there. All the Ring of Honor guys come out in the back afterwards. A lot of people crying. It's just a feel-good moment. And also, while we roll tape and I can talk about some other stuff, I want to talk about my Q&A I had with Sting at WrestleCon, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm great with rolling the tape. Before we do, though, I do want to remind everybody, because this is important, and I know we have a lot of fun on the show and play a little grab ass. I want to get a little seriousness out of the way. This episode is brought to you by Manscaped. Did you know that one man every hour, every day is diagnosed with testicular cancer? In fact, testicular cancer is the most common form of cancer amongst men 35 or 15 to 35. So with April being National Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, our friends over at Manscaped have partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to help spread awareness for men's health and early cancer detection. Visit manscaped.com/TCS to learn how to check yourself for early signs of cancer. And as always, you can use our promo code WHW for 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. And listen, as I said, I know that we've had a lot of fun on the program and everything's always lighthearted, but I do want to talk about a serious men's health issue for a minute. My dad actually was diagnosed with prostate cancer a dozen years ago and had surgery and thankfully has a clean bill of health today. But boy, it was really scary there for a while. And with this in mind, I want you to know you can perform simple routine self-checks at home while enjoying Manscaped products that you use every day, like the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Makes sense, right? I mean, we use products daily to trim and maintain our boys down there. And the one we recommend is the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. It's got 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads, a standard one to take a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth and sleek. You got a couple of LED spotlights that'll give you better visibility, and you don't have to worry about making a mess. It's waterproof, so you can use this in the shower, the bath, or hell, the ocean. You can even travel with it easily too. It's got a travel lock feature. It's got wireless charging. So let's support the people who are supporting us. In addition to providing the right tools and solutions for comfortable and easy grooming, Manscaped is committed to raising awareness and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families that have been impacted by testicular cancer. And that's why they'll be donating $50,000 to the Testicular Cancer Society.
Tremendous.
Help save some lives and some balls by going to manscaped.com/TCS and sharing their funny, educational check yourself video. And while you're at it, grab 20% off plus free shipping with our code WHW. Because like a famous American philosopher once said, take care of your mentals, your balls, and your chickens.
Hey, Conrad, I wanted to say, and Dave, if you'll put the Manscaped slide back up there, if you're watching on video. Thank you, Dave. I did that for 2 reasons. I want to talk about Manscaped and also wanted to wake up Dave. But here we go. As you can see, the crop preserver.
Yep.
I use it. Okay. The crop spray, I use it. Those 2 on the ends. The nose hair trimmer, I use it. Use it for my ears too. When you get old, you'll find out what it's about.
Yep.
About. The foil shaver, it's the best thing in the world for your balls. I've shaved my balls, I don't know how many times, and I'll walk in, I'll say, look, Lois, look. I said, look how clean they are. Look. And she'll say, get away from me. And the body wash I use. And over on the left, can't tell it, but those are the crop mops. Those are the greatest things in the world. I probably go through 2 packs of those a week. And then the case I use on the road as well. So I'm all Manscaped, man. I'm all in. Every month I order from Manscaped. It is a game changer for me. It is a game changer for me. And now I have good smelling, clean, smooth balls every morning, thanks to Manscaped. And thank Manscaped so much for what they're doing and the money they are donating. There you go.
Manscaped.com. Use our promo code WHW. We appreciate Manscaped supporting us here on the show and us, just dudes. What a hell of a donation, a hell of a gesture.
Yeah. Hello to Kelly Cox, who's joined us, and Derek Zoo, who's joined us. What a great last name, Derek Zoo.
Yeah, he was made for showbiz, was he not?
He was. Or that's a gimmick last name. I don't know. One of the two.
No, if you see the full one, man, that thing, let me just say this. He didn't have to buy a vowel. He collected them all like Pokemon. Woo. So Zoo is a real blessing for him.
Okay. There you go.
I mean, if he says his full last name, you'd say Gesundheit after. Those vowels have never touched. Hey, let's watch a little old school World Class. July 2nd, 1983. Ready for this, Tony?
Yes, just a little heads up, everybody. I do not have a countdown. We have kind of run through our countdowns from DJ Turn Up, but we would love for you to send us a countdown. You can record it on your phone, so don't tell me you don't have freaking time. Most of you stay on your phone 15 hours a day anyway.
They're on it right now listening to this.
Exactly. You got so many apps now you can record on your phone and just email it to hello slapdicks. That's HELLO slapdicks, plural, at gmail.com. So we'd love to hear you do a countdown. Like, hello, this is Kelly Cox. And here's our countdown in 3, 2, 1, play. That's all you got to say. Or, hello, I'm Coach Rosie. I wake up early every morning, every week with my favorite guys, Tony and Conrad in 3, 2, 1, something like that.
You can just say Tony. I don't have to be in there.
No, you have to be in there, son bitch.
Wow. You got to get hot about it.
No, I am getting hot about it. One time you told me, said, well, you can just record with somebody else. There, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, there it is. HelloSlapdicks.com. Boy, Dave is really awake this morning. Whoa, how about Dave Silva? HelloSlapdicks.com. But Coach Keith, you can wake up and do one, or you can snore in the midst of it, and we'll know it's you. So there you go. So we'd love to hear from you. We have gone many times out and pleaded with you guys to send us countdowns.
Pleaded,
but no. We're too fucking busy. We got shit we got to do. You don't have shit. Listen, I've been around 66 years, and I know of those 66 years, most of my hours spent up doing fuck all. Okay, and the same thing with you. There you go. Chris North is here. Hey, Chris. And that's all we got. Ready? You ready for some wrestling bullshit?
Yes.
I've been doing wrestling bullshit my entire life, and I'm ready for some more.
Well, let's watch a little bit. Tony, do you want to hit us with an OG countdown here?
Yeah, here's an OG countdown. In 3, 2, 1, hit fucking play.
Okay, fucking play.
Just like the most complete platform possible due to original production technical difficulties. In other words, this wasn't a WWE, so everything else is shit.
I would love to be able to let you hear what this sounds like, Tony, but I cannot.
Yeah. From Reunion Arena in downtown Dallas, Texas, right near where JFK was shot, it's time for World Class Championship Wrestling, International Wrestling, Star Wars. Yes, it's going to be Yoda. No. It's going to be the Freebirds. Oh man, Reunion Arena. We worked Reunion Arena back in the WCW days.
Man, I love the way. Just look at the way life used to be.
Wow.
The graphics, the lighting. I mean, that helicopter package as they were coming in, like,
Yeah.
this is everything about this screams nostalgia to me. This is so fun to look back and take a look at.
There's a great Bill Mercer. By the way, he's in his 90s and still with us.
I bet that
also,
mustache is still that same color too.
Also was one of the original radio guys for the Dallas Cowboys. By the way, Bill Mercer.
I did know that. I saw him on a Cowboys documentary years ago.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't know if we've talked about this, but I have seen the Iron Claw, the movie, and
what'd you think?
I really liked. I thought Zac Efron was very, very good.
I thought MJF stole the show.
I bet made me laugh. You had to look hard to see that motherfucker, didn't you? I went, oh, that was it? That's all that motherfucker was on the movie? That's it? Kiss my ass.
I love you so much.
Have you ever seen online, as we're taking a look at Kamala right now, if you're watching along with us, you ever seen online the Gene Okerlund Kamala outtakes from doing promos?
Oh, yeah. Sucky, sucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, there's a bunch of them.
Dude, so good. How can you not be impressed with the presentation of Kamala?
Oh, no.
Like, can you imagine, like, in the mid 80s, like in 83, this had to be, think about what a look that was in 83.
Yeah. Kora Yatsu. Okay. Mike Von Erich, is that it? Or Mike? The Honorable Aman Hussein.
He's your African champion, you see.
Your African champion.
That's what it said.
Okay.
Man, look at the cowboy hat in the crowd right in the center. I was wondering about that. I was like, he ain't gonna wrestle with that bone in his nose, is he?
No. That reminds me of something. Well, first of all, Patrick McGaw has joined us. That's Brooke's husband. And of course, he joins us with some silly ass comment, as always. But can I just give a little opinion? We have tons of beautiful people in the world.
All right.
We do. We have a lot of beautiful women in the world.
Hell yeah.
A lot of very handsome guys.
Okay.
Who work hard and look good, rock hard, solid.
Wow.
But first of all, what the fuck are we watching right now?
I mean, it's three guys trying to wrestle Kamala.
Oh, it's 3-on-1. Okay. I thought it was just some sort of.
Yeah, it's not a 6-man tag. It's 3-on-1 here.
Okay. All right. Okay. And wait a minute. Lois must be calling. No, that's not her. So anyway,
I thought that was Kamala hitting up a new life. It was one up and on Nintendo there. So anyway,
and I love tattoos. I love piercing. I love jewelry, but don't pierce your nose in the middle of your nose right here. Between the nostrils. Because I look at a beautiful woman, I'm thinking, first thing I think of, that girl got snot going out of her nose. She needs to wipe her nose. So for God's sake, stop it. It's not attractive. It ain't. Everything else is, it ain't. That's all I got to say about that.
I love that. That concludes the old man yelling at cloud section of today's program.
It's not an old man. It's not. It's not. Coach Rosie just said he agrees with me. And wow. And so does Brooke.
Oh my God. Look at these terrible kicks on Kamala.
Yeah. Who is this guy? Mike Vaughn?
I think that's him with the bowl cut right there.
Mike Vaughn. Almost like he wanted to be a Von Erich, but they clipped off the last name. No, you can't. Just Mike Vaughn. Guys are still coming into the arena looking at who the hell? What the fuck? We got two referees going on. One is
That's David Manning.
Yeah, look at David Manning, man, with that mustache and those brown locks. Wow.
He looks like an extra from Ron Jeremy shoot.
You know what? And David Manning doesn't give a shit. I ain't tucking in my shirt at all. The hell with you guys.
No, he's not. And who's going to make him?
That's exactly right. Huh.
Look how loose the ropes are. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So, back then they're not doing springboards and stuff, but it's just wild to see how much they continue to shake.
You know what's wild to see? What's wild to see is only a rope around the ring for the fans.
Yeah.
Those safety rails, just a freaking rope, buddy.
Yeah. Which means you couldn't throw people into the barricades. That spot didn't exist back then.
Exactly. And it shows you how trusting they were with people.
Yeah.
It's just a different era.
Well, also too, in this era, if you did decide to FAFO, they'd beat the shit out of you in the back.
Oh yeah, they would.
So it was a different time.
Yeah, exactly. You would get that. I saw many people get the shit beat out of them to my delight.
To your delight.
Oh yeah. Here comes.
Oh
Bruiser
wow.
Brody.
Look at this.
Oh man.
What a visual. Brody running in, man.
What a gigantic man too. My God.
Look at the crowd. Easily one of the most fascinating characters in the history of pro wrestling, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, no question. And he always made a sound, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Kind of like what Brody King does now.
Well, I would think that he's the inspiration for Cactus Jack making his noises.
Yeah.
And who was the goof? Berserker.
The Berserker?
Yeah, John Nord in the WWF.
John Nord, yeah.
He did that noise too.
Somebody, I'm watching the commentary on
closed captions.
Closed caption, and someone just said, Kamala hanging on to the leg of Bruiser Brody like an African leech. I'm thinking, okay, come up with that one. Oh, also, we had a lot of people at WrestleCon say how much, and I think I mentioned this earlier, but how much fun Excalibur and Taz and I seem to have on doing a show. Oh boy, do we ever. And me and Nigel. I never worked with Nigel before until we started Collision, right?
Yep.
But man, he is so much fun to work with. Oh, I'm so glad I got to meet him and work with him. Look at Bruiser just carrying Mike Vaughn out. There goes Bruiser and Mike Vaughn's ass. Well, they started with a lot of craziness, didn't they?
It was a hot start, man. That's for sure. What do you think Mark Lawrence is talking about with Bruiser Brody here?
So, Bruiser, we understand that you're a very difficult guy to work with. Yeah. So what the fuck? If I don't want to talk, I'm not going to talk. If I don't want to take a look at my forehead, would you? You think I haven't worked hard in this business? I've worked very hard in this business. If I didn't want to do this interview, I wouldn't do it. And if I don't want to do a job, I'm not going to do it. So fuck you and fuck them. Something to that effect. But you know what's funny is, man, I'd love to be able to hear him talk. He seems like a very rational guy here, doesn't he?
Yes.
But then when the bell sounded, he was anything but rational.
His interviews I've seen out of character when he's just the real human being. It's wild.
Look at the forehead.
Yeah.
Look at that. If you're watching watching on YouTube, you see the still of it. My God. And not only that, there are some cuts. There are some cuts below the eyebrows.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Now, how long had he been in the business up until then, right? He had only been in the business.
Just about 8 months here.
8 months in the business?
No, I'm just kidding.
All these blade jobs that I did, I did them within the last 4 months. Don't give a fuck. Cut me. I'll cut myself. I'll patch myself up. Give me a butterfly. Give me a suture. Put some Vaseline on it. Don't give a shit. Love to bleed. Love to bleed.
I think he's about 9 years in at this point.
Okay.
I think he started in 74 and we're watching 83.
Yeah. So many.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Yeah.
Man, what a show. This is a cool show to be watching. I'm glad. Did Pondwater Dave suggest this? This is awesome.
I don't know. Someone asked me the other day in a real fight, who would win, Harley Race or Haku?
Oh, Haku.
Well, that's what I said, Haku. But the reason that question was asked just goes to show how the legend of how tough of a guy Harley Race really was.
Yes.
Haku could beat up anybody.
What do you think of that robe of Harley's, the red and blue?
Iconic.
It is.
Yeah.
WWE has that. I was fortunate enough to be able to see it once. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, look at there.
Yeah, Kevin. Now, I know we talked to David Manning about the Iron Claw, and I know a lot of it was Hollywood. But when you think about it and think about Kevin being the only one who was kind of left, wow.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, what he went through as a young man. And also, I one thing I thought the movie did not do a good thing about was all of a sudden during the movie, boom, Kevin's in charge of World Class Championship Wrestling.
All right.
It just, and I'm thinking, how did that happen? They did not show the transition at all. All of a sudden he's in charge. But anyway, it just, again, I thought Zac Efron did a great job in that role. I thought everybody did a great job. The kid who's from The Bear.
Oh, he was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Playing Kerry.
When they make an AEW movie, who would you want to play you? Tom Arnold.
Chris Schiavone.
I didn't know what are some of his other works. I'm not familiar with his stuff.
No, he has no works, but he's told me many times, if they ever make a movie about you, Dad, I want to play you. So I'm just saying that so he'll shut up.
I'm sticking with Tom Arnold. I think he'd do great.
You think Tom Arnold would be good?
He could pull you off. And I bet he's had friends who ate parking lot panties. You'll probably have a lot of things in common. Speaking of parking lot panties, how many pairs do you think Kevin Von Erich went through in his life?
Not many. He was a married man, dude.
Oh my God. I love
this. Isn't this the match they were kind of talking about in
No. Oh, wait.
When he got his world title shot?
Hey, I guess you're right.
Is this the one where he goes crazy and gets disqualified? Didn't that happen in the movie?
I don't recall.
Oh, I think he did.
Mike Kolb is chatting along with us, and he says the only person that can play Schiavone is Pee Wee Herman.
Damn right, Mike.
That would have been awesome. Now, in this scenario,
bad dog.
What's the name of the couch that talks? Pee Wee Herman.
I don't know. I don't know. That's one of them. You talking about Pee Wee's Playhouse?
Yeah. There's a chair that talks,
Yeah, I don't know. Cherry.
Yeah. Is that your Lois? If you're Pee Wee, is Cherry?
No, there's no Cherry anywhere near Lois, even when I met her.
Got it. Oh, wow. I just picked up what you're putting down there. That's wow.
Okay.
I haven't been to the grocery store to eat those cherries, by the way. I know that was your advice last week. I haven't made that happen just yet.
Okay. They're great. They'll help you with the gout, man.
Gout?
Yeah. Cherries are good for gout.
I never had gout. Maybe it's because I have an adequate cherry intake right now.
That could be. Yeah.
Man, of all the things that need explaining to me, how time travel is not a real thing, but I saw a young Harley Race in Bad Santa about 20 years after he was the world's heavyweight champion. That's wild to me.
Okay.
You remember the little kid from Bad Santa, right?
Yes.
You know, with
yes.
The snot nose. That's Harley Race.
That's Harley Race. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, there are a lot of fans moving around here.
I was going to comment on that. It feels more like this is a social event.
Yeah.
This is where guys and girls would go to hang out.
Yeah, apparently so.
What's weird is in this era, this is pre crazy signs and it's pre everybody's on their cell phone. I guess these people are just like talking to each other, being human beings. Fucking weird. Having conversations with humans. Talking to them. Let them process it and respond. Use their words in their mouth.
I just got an important message from the office.
I could tell, which is why I was just dragging it on with most random shit I could.
Sorry, I work 24/7.
Well, go ahead and spill the beans. What's this videotape about tomorrow?
I don't know. I've already mentioned that.
Yeah, but you got a text message. I know it's about.
Yeah, but this is about travel.
No, it's not.
Yes, it fucking is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You don't know.
Yes. Okay, we're doing travel for.
Tell everybody all the TV hotels coming up. Okay. So, because I know you all love autographs first thing in the morning in the elevator.
We're going to Canada in May, as many of you know.
You're gonna stay in a hotel there?
We're going to stay out on the fucking street. We're going to Winnipeg. Is that in Canada still?
Did they move it to Canada still or no?
We're going to Edmonton. We're going to Vancouver. And Bryce Remsburg, who is one of the greatest travel people I've ever worked with in my life, just to let you know that referees do a lot more than just
count to three,
like David Manning right there, was asking me about my flights to and from Winnipeg. There we go.
Now, when you go to what part of Georgia is Winnipeg in?
What part of Georgia is Winnipeg in?
Yeah.
Winnipeg is in the county of Manitoba.
Okay.
County, Georgia. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Winnipeg is May 1st, you smart ass. Oh, look at this.
What would you call this move right here?
This move is called Harley didn't want to do that move.
My God, I can't believe what we just saw right there.
Yeah, no.
Dude, this is just what are we looking at right here?
This is actually if Kevin gets disqualified here, this is actually the match that they showed right on the movie. Yeah, Kevin got his world title shot and then got disqualified.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right, buddy. This is it.
Yeah, man. How about us? How about us being relevant, huh?
You sleuthed it out. You figured it out.
I sleuthed it out. I sure did.
You're a sleuther from way back. Everybody knows that about you.
Sleuther Luther.
Is this the dumbest submission hold in history of wrestling?
No, it's a great one. Hell, a movie was named after it. A movie was named after the Iron Claw. You could pop pumpkins with that claw. You could make orange juice with that claw. Just put an orange in your hand, put it under a glass. They're going outside. Yes, sir. They're going to get DQ'd.
Dude, Harley looks, I mean, he looks the same age here as he was in 93.
Yeah.
Think about that. 10 years after this, he's managing Vader when Vader's wrestling Flair for the title.
You know, one of the great things about Harley as world champion is that he was so tough and he was so good, but he looked so beatable.
Yes.
That when he came to your territory and faced like a Kevin Von Erich, as a fan, you thought, Kevin can beat him. We're going to see a new world champion. And that's one of the great things about Harley. He just looked so beatable. There we go. What's he got on him now? You ever use this hold on one of your dates?
Nope.
No.
I am looking to hit my finish tonight, though.
Going to hit my finish tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't hit my finish in so long. I wouldn't even know what it is when it happened.
Well, it's in your case, it might be sudden. You might be hitting that RKO out of nowhere.
Sudden, and that's it. Wouldn't that be a great way to go? Dead.
Yeah, my aunt just died in her sleep. So,
really?
Yeah, she got that going for her.
Look at people walking around, running over to it, security trying to push him back. They got their eyes on Harley, I think.
Would you rather be sleeping or shooting?
I'd rather be sleeping.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be sleeping too.
Just going off into dreamland and thinking,
yeah,
this is awfully weird dreamland. Who's this guy here? What does he want? Hell. Oh, there's Bug. That would be great.
Man.
They were showing Harley there. I thought they were showing Harley. You know, Keith Mitchell knew what he was doing, and I thought they were showing Harley because that Kevin was blading himself, but apparently that was not the case. But fans still walking around. My God.
Oh, look at the way Harley sold that.
Mm.
Dude, his facial reaction right then was fantastic.
Yeah. This is kind of a not to be critical, and I'm not, believe you me. God has a great drop kick by Kevin. But this is kind of I don't know if you call it a stiff match or just kind of an awkward match in many ways, you know? In other words, there's not a lot. Well, okay. There's not a lot of tope suicidas here.
No.
Yeah. There's not a lot of off the top ropes here type shit.
A lot of punching and kicking.
Yeah. And nobody's going to pull a table out from underneath the rope and everybody goes, whoa, hey.
Imagine trying to explain what we're watching to someone who had no concept of professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the advent of UFC and MMA changed pro wrestling?
Boy, Kevin's way down in them trunks. What are we doing here?
Mm.
I mean, he's in the back 40.
Yep.
I mean, what are we doing? I don't think UFC's changed wrestling. I mean, I do think that there's more understanding and appreciation and familiarity with submission moves.
Okay.
You know, like a triangle choke and an arm bar and things like that. I think, 30 years ago, those would have been foreign concepts, and now they're sort of universally accepted. Rear naked chokes and all that stuff.
Right.
But I guess, on some level, we were doing a half-ass sleeper.
Yeah.
Before people were saying rear naked choke.
Right. Yeah. Rear naked choke and sleeper, basically.
Same thing.
Same thing. Right.
Now, of course, if Taz was here, he'd tell us,
Yeah. Yeah, I know what he'd tell us.
Well, you got to have your shoulder blade, Connie. If your shoulder blade is at an axis of 35 degrees on a Tuesday, then that's a go-go plata. But if it's a fucking Wednesday, I mean, everybody knows that it's it's a Fujiwara
or Jujikatami,
brother.
Yeah.
Is he extra these days since Hook is in such a high profile piece of business now?
Is he what?
Is he extra?
He's as miserable as he is always.
So normal Taz. Okay.
Normal Taz, yeah.
Got it. You should never know about Taz,
I like the fact that his son's getting a push because Hook is not a good kid, great kid. And you can tell he's a legitimate athlete. So I like the fact that, and he's young, and I like pushing these young kids, man. I do. I like for us to build our own stars.
Man, I'll tell you what, you guys have done that on more than one occasion. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to look much further than Darby Allen. What a big star he is. I mean, I just saw him on TLC the other day, the Learning Channel.
Yeah.
Did you see him on there, Tony?
No, I don't.
It was a reality show. It was called Sex Sent Me to the ER. And he had.
Wait a minute. Oh, stop. You telling the truth here?
Yeah. Silva has it. No, Silva will throw it up. I'm not. Why would I make that up? That seems awfully random.
You make up shit all the time. That's why you would make it up. But go ahead.
No, Darby Allen's hardcore, man. He hooked up with this lady out in the woods, and they rolled into a bee's nest. But he had to finish. He had to hit his finish.
You're so full of shit.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Silva, will you help me out? Will you throw that in your Google machine? And seriously, Darby Allen, TLC. It's a reality show. It's got to be true.
All right, here's the claw, right?
Yep.
Had it before, and this is just showing you how great the claw is here.
Yeah, the drama. I mean, look at the flash bulbs.
Yeah, and Harley was trying to hit him, and he still would not release the claw.
Yep.
That's how firm that grip is. Like, right here, yeah. Well, let's just throw him into the cameraman.
I mean, he landed on a camera.
He sure did.
But why would somebody, serious business, put a camera right beneath the ring right there? Not underneath it, but like just on the outside.
I don't know. And I'll guarantee Keith Mitchell's going crazy right now. Look at these people walking around. They want people try to, who is that come in to help him here?
That's David.
Oh, it's David. Oh, then this was afterwards. I don't know the time. I don't know even the timeline of the movie is right or not, but he got disqualified after David died. I don't know. It was Hollywood. I need to try to stop
that boot. Harley Race kicking him right in the face is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. This was in the movie. Look, there you go. See, look at YouTube right now. Read out loud what that says right there.
This guy who looks like Darby Allen without makeup once appeared on a TLC channel reality show called Sex Sent Me to the ER. His work story was that he had sex with a woman in the woods and accidentally rolled into a bee's nest.
He's hardcore.
Well,
what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. Look at Bronco Lubitsch even going down to one knee and getting back up.
Boy, he was really pulling out all the stops here.
Right.
Didn't you have a story once that Bronco, towards the end of a match, after a bunch of false finishes, he'd start toe tapping to count?
No, really?
Yeah.
That would not surprise me.
I was told that some of the guys would decide they would make it their mission, because he would say something in his later years, allegedly, it's all rumor and innuendo, where he would say something like, "Hey boys, how about we cool it on some of the false finishes tonight?" Because he didn't want to have to get up and down to count. Well, apparently he said that to the wrong guys, and they did like 70 false finishes. And to the point where he was like, "Fuck you guys," and just started like patting his foot. 1, 2. I find that hysterical.
Yeah, he still wants to hit Harley with the belt. Back him up. Back him up. Somebody look at that microphone, that long microphone. Go stick it right up somebody's ass there. But just goes to show you how microphones have gotten better.
No doubt.
Yeah, guy at ringside there with that long mic. Got to pick up what they're saying. No, you don't. Back up. We're kayfabe it, some bitch. Look at these people walk around. My God. I know some of them are grips and cameramen and a guy shooting, but just sit down and watch the match.
It's all over you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Fans are standing up though, aren't they? Everywhere.
I wonder if after this, I wonder if after this, if Kevin went and celebrated, this title shot and this match and this angle, you think he hooked up with a lady in the woods?
I don't.
When was the last time you fornicated in the woods, Tony?
Probably 1979.
79. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Take a look at this. What do you think Michael Hayes is talking about right here? Look at him.
Yeah. Michael, PSA's member of the Freebirds. Michael, tell us about your career and how it's gone. Well, hey, let me say this. All right. I may look cool and I may look like a Southerner right now, but I've looked into the future and I know that in my later years, I'm going to become an office stooge and I'm going to look like a fucking idiot walking through an airport. That's right. I'm going to wear a goddamn light blue hat. I'm going to wear a thing that looks like a tux and I'm going to walk around, stand in the corner and just writing down shit and stooging off people. Cause that's all I do. Because people that really know me behind the scenes right now know that I'm a goddamn stooge. And that's right. Schiavone, I want to say this to you. I appreciate you giving me that ball, that John Smoltz sign just for me. But unfortunately, my dog ate it. So fuck you. Don't come back in the woods and see me again because you just called me a stooge. And you know what? Let me tell you something, Mark Lawrence. You're a stooge too. You look like a stooge. Hell, why ain't Bruce Pritchard hold the microphone? Oh, that's another promotion. That's right. Fuck you, Mark. Fuck you and everybody looks like you. Let me say this one more time. I also have a peach colored suit. That's right. A peach colored suit and a hat. You talking about all the colors that you think a man should not wear? I got them. All right. I got them. I may be cool here. Take a look at that belt. I may have been able to work, but in my senior citizen years, I'm going to look like a fucking goof. That's right. A fucking goof. Problem me looking like a goof? Hey, I don't think so. You look like a fucking goof, Lawrence. I got to go. It may have been something like that. I'm not sure.
Bravo, kind sir.
Thank you.
Well done.
I haven't talked to him in a long, long, long time.
You should hit him up. He'd love to hear
from him. Hit him up, see how he's doing. Yeah.
Look at the star power in this one.
Okay. Hey, I just did a promo with Mark Lawrence saying I'm a goof. Don't anybody call me a goof. That's going to come up in 2024. I'll be a goof then. Hey, but not now. Right now, I'm a member of the Freebirds, and I'm tough. Hey, is this after the angle, isn't it? Or is it?
No, I think you're thinking of
the Kerry
yeah, it is. You're right.
Yeah, got his head slammed in the cage door, which is one of the more famous angles ever in maybe the most famous angle in world class championship wrestling.
It was 82.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Christmas Day of 82. Wait a minute. Yeah, Christmas Day of 82. So right now they are still hot fucking heels. Yeah.
And look who they're standing across from. I mean, you got the Freebirds, Gordy and Hayes, taking on Kerry Von Erich, who looks like a Greek god, and Bruiser Brody. What a big show this is, man.
Man, you are right, brother.
So we got the ring announcer, we got the referee Bronco, we got a cameraman in the ring, and who's the other fellow in the ring? In the white shirt there.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that like
a second referee?
He doesn't have stripes on. I mean, they would have.
I love Michael Hayes. How do you not love Michael Hayes?
I know. What a character, huh?
I would. Can you imagine how much fun it would have been being his friend in 1983?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have wanted to hang out with me at the time. I was 2. But
You were too.
yeah. Well, somebody get this goddamn baby away from me.
Will somebody ring the goddamn bell? I got to go have a beer.
He keeps talking stupid to me. He's asking me how many stars my match got. What the fuck does that mean?
And to be honest with you, I'm shitting my pants right now. I know that Bruiser Brody's across from me.
I'm just going to tag out.
Let Bam Bam do all
Terry,
the work.
I think I can take the fella that got but one leg, but I'm going to leave Bruiser to you. I know there than fucks with me too much. I'll just get to pulling and say, Tiger got your tail. Names.
So I'm going to send him a text right now. Just let everybody know what I'm sending him. I'll read it to you as I'm typing. Conrad and because I can text from my computer because I got a Mac.
Oh, you're fancy.
Okay, like most people with a brain have.
Oh.
Conrad and I are watching your match versus Brody and Kerry from 83 right now. Now, made me think of you. Go fuck yourself. See if he answers. Oh, wait a minute. It's 10:08. He's not up yet.
Looks to say.
Yeah. And he's coming back from Raw too.
He's home then. He was up early and home.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm the same way. Actually, I've tried to take in the month of April. I'm taking later flights home because just tired, and Bug's not here.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking later flights. We give him shit deservedly, right? Michael Hayes, because we consider him a friend of ours. But I mean, for longevity and a great star, he was really great.
No doubt.
He really was.
What a fun time this was in wrestling too. 1983 is when Vince is making his moves to get Hulk Hogan on board. It's going to happen towards the end of the year, and Hulkamania will be born in January. And we're less than 2 years away from the first WrestleMania. We're 4 months away from the first Starrcade. Jim Crockett Promotions is about to get super hot. It's just interesting to think how much is going to change and how quickly, and to think that Bruiser Brody's got like just 5 years left on this planet, right, and he's going. It's just wild.
Right. Well, another thing too, and you were very, very young back then. You mentioned you were 2 years old when this happened. For those of us who were old enough to realize what we were living through, the 80s to me was the greatest decade ever.
Yeah.
I just, for movies, for wrestling, for music, and you go to Lois and you say, weren't the 80s great? She'll go, hell no. I say, yeah, they were. She said, hell no. I was pregnant all the time in the 80s. And she was. She had a baby in 82, in 84, in 85, and 2 in 87. So, but to me, I just loved the 80s. Absolutely loved it. And I think anybody who was an adult back then, who lived through it, was just tremendous. Would agree with me. Let's see. Who else has joined us that we haven't said hello to here live? Did I say? I think I said Chris North's name.
Yeah.
Mr. Epic is here with us, and a lot of our people. Thank you. Anyway, 80s were great, man. I loved it. I love the Sirius XM channel 80s on 8.
I did too. Yeah. I listen to Classic Rewind and
right.
I listen to all the classic stuff. Most of the music I listen to, though, is from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
I don't listen to 90s stuff, but 70s, 80s. Lois loves the 60s, 60s gold. And you know what we heard this morning?
What'd you hear this morning?
Keep on Dancing.
By the Gentrys.
By the Gentrys and Jimmy Hart. We hear that almost every morning. Jimmy's got to be getting some sort of royalties for that. Was that the 1, 2, 3?
Yep.
Yep.
I think Bronco just rounded. I think it was 2 and change, and he just rounded up. Look at the crowd. They're going bananas.
Yeah, because the Freebirds had a lot of heat back then, man.
And that's the question. On a pop like that, you wonder, are they cheering because they wanted to see a Von Erich win or because they wanted to see the Freebirds lose?
Yeah. Yeah. Freebirds lose. Yeah. Oh, also, Denovius Mack is with us. Hey, Big D. Saw him many times at WrestleCon.
Is that a fan in the ring hugging?
I believe a fan came in the ring and Brody just hugged him. Oh, there's no way that was a fan that Brody hugged.
You're right.
If a fan came in the ring, Brody would have beat the fuck out of him.
Well, but he's a babyface here because he's holding up a tag strap with Kerry. What do you think of this backdrop and the headset? The carpeted wall and then this giant headset? Amazing.
Yeah, the giant headset is crazy. Now they're going to go back and relive Brody coming in during the this program's all about Brody, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? He came in with Kamala. We had a promo from him, and then he was in the main event.
Bruiser Brody handled Kamala and the rest of Devastation Incorporated.
Takes a lot of talent. Now they're recapping the Kevin Von Erich thing with Harley. It takes a lot of talent for a guy, anybody like Bill Mercer, to be on camera right there and just recap shit without any script or any teleprompter or anything. There we see Bill Mercer once again, just looking at the camera and recapping. Yeah, he could have done a couple takes on it, but still, it's just good stuff, man. That's why when we do B-rolls on shows, what we call B-rolls, where we show footage and we're talking over it, and they're showing the finish, 1, 2, 3. Excalibur handles it. I do some. Nigel likes to do them, and I think it just takes a great amount of talent to be able to do that live. Oh, we got Kerry and Terry Gordy lumberjack style match. Not a lumberjack match, lumberjack style.
Man, this was a fun show. I could see why World Class was such a big deal. You see them running the credits now, and we'll see some familiar names in here. Dan Bynum was the director. Keith Mitchell was the producer. Bill Mercer was the associate producer.
Mike Balancic worked with us, editor, worked with us in, as a matter of fact, do you know the very famous Desperado scene about with Dutch Mantel, Black Bart,
no,
and Dead-Eye Dick?
No,
we haven't shown that. Those about that we shot in Maggie Valley, Ghost Town in the Sky. We did some vignettes.
I don't think so.
Okay. Anyway, Mike Balancic, who I don't think is with us anymore, was on the shoot with that. He was a big part of that. We've never seen those.
I don't think so. We should watch some of those in the future, and maybe those would be fun bonus episodes. I want to give a shout out to everybody who supported us over on our WHW Monday Patreon. Normally we bring you not 1, but 2 bonus episodes at the end of the month. As you may recall, that's when everything happened with bugs. So we weren't able to do that, But I'm happy to report as soon as we finish today's episode, we're going to be cranking out not one, but 2 bonus episodes for the WHW Monday Patreon. Join us for all that and a lot more at patreon.com/WHW Monday. And, I'm looking forward to this, man. I like when we get to do a little bonus action and we get 2 today and 2 later in the month. April's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it should be a great month. And of course, if nothing else, springtime is coming. I was up in Boston recently and up in Worcester, and it was snowing in Worcester. And I drove all the way to Philadelphia, leaving the snow and the sleet behind, thinking to myself, this is fucking April. What the fuck? But I love this time of year, really do. And I look forward to being able to crank out some bonus episodes. Sorry about the delay. Of course, life got in the way, but we're going to get them to you here very soon.
And right now, Tony, it looks like it's about that time.
Take a look. Take a look at my forehead, Conrad. You see my forehead? You see any marks? You see any blade jobs? Hell no, I ain't done a blade job. People say, Tony, did you ever take a bump? Hell no. And then fucking Wardlow runs over me. What? And I pooped my pants because I'm desperately out of time. See you next week on What Happened When. We come to you each and every Wednesday on Cumulus Westwood One, but Mondays we come to you ad-free with our fans exclusively on
Patreon, patreon.com/WHW Monday. Or of course, adfreeshows.com. Tax season is here, which means you've received or are expecting that tax refund any day now, and you're thinking about what to spend it on. How about a new home? With SaveWithConrad.com, we're helping renters become homeowners every single day, and it's more affordable than you think. You don't need perfect credit. You don't need a huge down payment. In fact, you may not need a down payment at all. At SaveWithConrad.com, we take the stress out of the home buying process. We'll determine your buying power. We'll even help you find a realtor. And unlike the banks, we don't say no. We say not yet, but here's how. So if you're not ready right now, we'll get you on a plan to be ready. Stop throwing your money away, paying someone else's mortgage with your rent, and start the path towards owning your own home today at SaveWithConrad.com. NMLS number 32416, equal housing lender, SaveWithConrad.com.